What a virtuous woman like Clara, a good wife and a good person with a golden heart. Jonathan did not believe that what he saw in his Woody with the money, and Clara this time around learned from her mistakes. This time around he handled the issue of Hanks and Jonathan in amicably way. Welcome to this masterpiece. Tell me where you're watching from and I'll tell you and I'll send greetings to you. This time around we had a story called Most Scary Marriage, and this is African movie reviews. We do reviews and recaps. We always say that we thank you all for your subscription. Thanks for the likes and the comments towards this channel. My name is Irene and we are at the story called Most Scary Marriage. As they say, we always learn from our mistakes, and through our mistakes we correct ourselves and do the right thing. This time around, Clara handled the issue of Jonathan and Hanks's fight in a way, in an adult way, or let us call it in a mature way. How? This is the right thing which which Clara had to do even before this everything happened. And today's episode, it seems like Hanks went too far to go to Jonathan's place. Maybe even him, he did not first think twice, as he used to tell Clara. Clara was told about Hanks's fight and with Jonathan, and Hanks was accusing him for posting pictures or for paying out the man to post her pictures, her daughter's pictures all over the internet, and posting so much vulgar words on her daughter. And when Clara got to know it, Clara had to come and meet Hanks. This time around in an adult way, or we call it in a mature way. And Hanks was surprised. Hanks asked him, "Have you come to fight me as usual?" He said, "No, I just came to know what really happened." That's Clara asking, oh, that's Clara answering. And Hanks said, "I cannot attack your husband if I did not have the correct information. I attacked your husband just because I got information that he is the one who has been paying the man to post the pictures and say all the words on your daughter. That's why I forced him." So it seems like they don't want to dethrone me, but they just want to destroy your daughter. And how many? Clara said, "No, Jonathan might be wild, Jonathan might be crazy, but he cannot do such a thing. I think there is miscommunication here, and I think something is behind this one, and the person doing this has to be doing." And this is when, and then they continued and said, "You know what? My Jonathan is that person who loves and adores her daughter, despite their fights always. But he cannot do that. For that, I can defend him." And Hanks was like, "Then who? Who might be the person who had posted this? Who is behind all this?" This is when Clara said, "You know what? I'm also confused. I'm confused. The more deeper we go, the more confusion we are getting. But to my sense, Clara, you are not even, you cannot tell us that you don't know. You have your friends. If Hanks can say, if it was a woman, I would have said it's Debbie. But it's a man, and trust me, you have to be very careful. Any person who is behind this is too much into you, and he wants to destroy the image of your daughter." Clara says he doesn't know. You have two friends. That's it. That's Emeka and Debbie. So if it's not Debbie, which Hanks has talked about, which means that Jonathan's friend might be the one who is behind all this. Maybe as we I said that Clara this time around handled the issue in a mature way, but we cannot even hide it that it's the handwriting is written all over the wall that Emeka has been behind all the incident which has been happening between Debbie and her father, or between Jonathan and Clara. So maybe we should say that he does want to have proof first before anything happens. But to me, I would have spoken out and say maybe it's Emeka, because Ken has never given us any indication that he can be part of these things. But another statement which Clara said, he said that come to think of, can if it was Jonathan, why would he put, or would he say all his names in that place? Why would he tell all his names to that person? It seems the person knows us so much, and Benny and my family. That's when Hanks told him, be very careful, open your eyes and be very careful. No wonder, no, sometimes we know our people very well, our husbands very well, more than the people outside them. Just imagine, John, Clara, they left, or they separated with Hanks, with Jonathan. They are no longer together, but still, Clara can't stand for her husband and say, no, it's not my Jonathan. Jonathan can be wild, Jonathan can be crazy, Jonathan can be pride, Jonathan can be everything, but Jonathan cannot go to that extent. And we're the city called Moscow Marriages. Thank you for joining this family, and I send greetings to you all over the world. Now, Mr. Jonathan was devastated. Jonathan was thinking where to get the money to feed his family, because he did not have anything to eat. Her daughter has not had anything, thinking that maybe he sold his phone so that they can at least have something to eat. And to his surprise, when he picked his woody up, money fall down. He was so surprised, and he was like, why? How did this money get in? How comes that I have the money in here? That's when Jonathan came to think about what conspired between her and Clara. That's why I say that Clara has a golden heart, has a heart of gold, and she is really a woman who can feel for others. Just imagine, after all they had that fight between Jonathan and her, still she had to put some money in Jonathan's woody, because she knew that Jonathan has nothing to feed and has nothing in the pocket. Sometimes we might be having our pride and ego, and yet we are very poor. This is the same thing Jonathan was. When Jonathan recalled the situation, how it happened, he was really surprised, and he was like, really, Clara gave me 5,000 naira. It's really almost half of a million of naira. Yeah? He was surprised and even cried. He did not believe this. Just imagine when you are confused, in a state when you don't have anything to feed your people, you have nothing to put on the table. Everyone is against you, and even you feel like even the Lord is against you, and boom, you see 500,000 naira. Obviously, my dear, you will be very excited. Now, my question is, Jonathan, you wanted Clara to choose between you and her restaurant. Where would you have got this money? I think, Jonathan, you should style up and know that you were wrong, and so you apologize to Clara. Because if it was not because Clara is a virtuous woman, a woman who understands, a woman who still has that feelings for her husband, you might have ended up with nothing. Now she chose the restaurant over you. That's why she could be able to give you that 500,000 without even compromising, or without even actually without even saying anything, because she put the money and she just throw the money to you because she means well to you and she knows what you are going through. You are also surprised, and Jonathan is really surprised. So we should let our women to work. Let your wife go for work. Now she is the one living up for you, not you living for her. You see how the things go? Leave your pride and ego out of everything and bring back your wife. I love you guys. God bless you. Bye bye.